Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am back with another video. Let's go. Woo, yeah. Right now, I think I got like some cyberpunk gameplay in the background or something. If not, it's gonna be something random off of my USB drive. I don't know, boys. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about something that happened just the other day, and it's kind of got me scratching my head. Like, this situation's technically politically serious, but to me it's kind of confusing and even funny as fuck, honestly. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about the prisoner swap between Brittney Griner and Victor Bout, also known as the Merchant of Death. Alright, to give you a quick summary of the story, about 10 minutes ago, Brittney Griner was in Russia and she was caught having some small amounts of cannabis oil, right? And that's a big no-no in Russia, so they threw her ass in the gulag and she's been in a labor camp for like the last 10 months. And she was supposed to stay there for like 9 years. Hey, I'ma just say this though, I believe that drug charges shouldn't really be a thing. I believe that the recreational use of weed or any other type of recreational drugs should be legal, or at the very least, should not carry the weight of such long sentences in Russia, or here in America especially, or anywhere else in the world. I believe that they should not take away from a person's life for so long, man. To me, it's pretty stupid, and all it does is just harm people for, trying to feed their families or just trying to have a good time in their, in their life. But anyways, back to what I was saying about Brittney Griner being traded out with Victor Bout. The U.S. and Russia finally finalized. Sorry about that. My dog was kind of freaking out on me. But anyways, back to what I was saying. They finally finalized a trade between the two, and at least to me, it's not really the most fairest trade. Just saying, I'm glad that Brittney Griner's back in the States, at least she's coming back and is free from that, because obviously she doesn't deserve, going to a labor camp for the next 9 years of her life, just, for having like 2 small carts in her bag. But if you do a little bit of research on who Victor Bout is, then you would kind of be wondering, like, wait a second, this trade kind of seems a little unfair. We're trading out basketball player for this Merchant of Death? Bro, like, his name is literally the Merchant of Death. What the fuck? Like, this dude is an illegal arms dealer, and all he has done is cause harm on so many people around the world. Like, what the fuck? And we gave him back to the Russians for just a WNBA player. I'm not saying, we shouldn't have done the deal. I'm just saying maybe we could have gotten more out of it. Like, there are 2 other people right now that are American citizens that are detained in Russia right now. One of them is actually a U.S. Marine veteran. His name is Paul Whelan, and he is serving a sentence of 16 years in Russia for being accused of espionage. Like, dang. And the other dude's name is Mark Fogel, and he's actually being detained for having marijuana as well. But he only had that because he needed marijuana medically. The saddest part to me, though, is like I don't think that they're even trying to get Mark Fogel out. The U.S. has marked Paul Whelan as wrongfully detained in Russia, but not Mark Fogel. So I don't really know what's gonna happen with him. Like, shit. And I believe they tried to group up Paul Whelan in the same deal with Brittney Griner for, Victor Bout. But I think that it says right here that they didn't want that at all. Which, I guess we shouldn't blame the government completely, but I feel like they could have just tried harder or something, right? They're trading out the Merchant of Death for just a basketball player. Not trying to be mean to Brittney Griner or anything. I'm just stating a fact, like, this was a very, very unfair trade. It's like, let's say, in the Pokemon world, you're trading out a Mewtwo for a fucking Magikarp or something. Like, the Magikarp is cool, it'll turn into Gyarados and shit, but, like, it's no fucking Mewtwo, like, damn. Like, like, look, okay, I'm glad Brittney Griner is finally coming back home and all. Obviously, she doesn't deserve to spend 9 years of her life in the gulag and shit. But man, I feel like if they like tried hard enough, or maybe got fucking Saul Goodman to like convince them that, hey, we're giving you the Merchant of Death, can we at least get our other 2 American citizens here as well with Brittney Griner? I think that'd be a pretty fair deal to me. You do some bullshit with the law or the amendments or something, I don't know. But anyways, I just hope that we get our boys home, essentially, you know, like those 2, Paul Whelan and Mark Fogel, deserve to come back home. They don't deserve to just be detained in Russia, you know, for a good part of their lives for something so fucking small. Well, I guess espionage isn't really that small for Paul Whelan, but honestly, I don't think that's the entire case. I think that some shit was kind of pulled under, some strings were pulled and shit. Now he's just unlucky as fuck at the gulag in Russia, man. But yeah, at least to me, this trade was pretty fucking embarrassing as an American, you know, like, can't believe we just traded out a basketball player for the Merchant of Death, a dude that sells weapons to, like, God knows who, fucking what, terrorists, murderers, fucking, motherfucking Darth Vader, who God knows, man. And now he's probably gonna just go back doing that again, man. Well, especially like with what's happening with Russia versus Ukraine, I'm pretty sure he's gonna start selling illegal weapons to the Russian army to, you know, help out, which is gonna be fucking terrible. Like, God knows what's gonna happen. But I guess let's look at the bright side, though. At least Brittney Griner is back home with her wife. Well, at least she's coming back home. I don't think she's back yet, but at least she's coming back home to her wife, back to her country. And I hope to God that we at least try to get our 2 other American citizens out from the Russian gulag and shit, because they don't deserve that. Anyways, I think I'm just done ranting about this and shit, you know, just wanted to talk about how dumb I thought this was and funny. And I hope for the best, you know, outcome for everyone at least. So, man, still feel like we could have gotten all of them out just like that, you know, because we had the Merchant of Death, like, what the fuck, that's like a rare Pokemon card and shit. But, yeah, I guess it doesn't work like that or some shit, I don't know. Hope they come back soon. Hope we figure something out with Russia and shit. Anyways, I think I'm done now. I'm gonna go pet my dog and shit. And, adios and peace and some other stuff. Bye-bye.